Alright, so we got some quests to do on Northridge. I seem to have spawned near the motel, or hotel should I say. And something I kind of wanted to do in this run was actually go and explore the inside of the hotel, because I've been playing this game a little bit now for 2 weeks or so. Kind of getting into it, figuring out what's going on. And I would like to go and check out the inside of the hotel and kind of memorize a little bit of the layout. And we might get into, or probably will get into, a couple of battles with some players. So I'm just kind of walking here, looking out to this right hand side. I know that I've spawned a little bit to the right from here. And generally when I play solo, I try to kind of use my discreetness to my advantage by just kind of being tactical about where I actually am making noise. And I tend to check behind myself a couple times, see what's going on in that direction, or any direction really. And generally when my sight line changes, like here as we come up this ridge, I'll kind of slow down, see if I can hear anyone kind of running on the opposite side of the ridge, and I can catch them by surprise as opposed to me being caught by surprise. I hear footsteps. Sounds like a player. Okay, so I know he's here. He doesn't know I'm here. I'm gonna try to use that to my advantage here. A lot of people try and pin a little bit more of a stealthy player as a rat, but I don't think that's necessarily always the case. It's just called intelligence. Just gonna creep in here. Okay, so it's gonna be a little harder to hear the outside. I'm gonna check this folder. Nothing. Okay. Well, that sounds like it's upstairs. I don't know. Don't really know what any of these rooms are yet, so okay. Here we go. Okay, so this is obviously a room that someone has just kind of rushed to. See if we can get this guy. Sounds like he's right above me. Yeah, he's busy looting. You can hear it.
Suspicious activity spotted.
See if we can go under him here and catch him. So when I peek around the corners, I want to try not to step out too far. I'm going to kind of use the peek just to get enough angle so that I can get the jump on someone. So I'm just trying to listen here and see exactly where he is. Sounds like he's up here. As soon as they start shouting, I can move a little bit faster here. Might go to the stairwell. I'm just tapping my creep slash walk. Get a little bit more speed here. He's a little spooked.
Enemigo a la vista! Wait! Enemy encountered!
Can kind of hear his character breathing. Okay, so I saw him there. I'm gonna quickly pack this mag. Crouch down just so my head's not showing down there in case someone else pushes the building. I don't think that actually killed him. I'm just gonna try and peek here. Just looking for a head. I'm actually gonna chuck the smoke down there. Don't really know the layout yet, but see if that
Suspicious target spotted!
makes him move. Clear out these doors and these rooms.
Encontré algo! I think I found something!
Sounded like behind. Two?
Fuego cruzado! Exchanging fire with the target!
See him?
Who are you? Una granada! Get down! Cúbranse! Look for cover! And counterattack!
to let him know where I am. There's two here. Wait for this gas. Crazy grenade spam. I don't want to get caught in this gas because then I'll cough.
Suspicious activity spotted.
Come on, gas. That gas grenade's insane. Goes forever. Just gonna wait here. Maybe their guard will drop. There's two. Make them think I'm not even here. Depends what headsets they have. They might be able to hear me. Don't really like being pinned in a room either. I'd much rather be able to loop and flank. So I might actually try and go to the door here, get some shots out, and then leg it down the hallway to create some space.
Unidades no identificadas spotted nearby.
Still nothing. Have a look over here. Quickly loot this. We'll see if that guy pushes in this direction, but what I actually want to do here is pack some mags. Make sure we're fully stocked again if we do run into that group again. Yeah, and you know, like, in that situation you have options to push, you have options to W key them and just try and kind of run in. For myself, just the player that I am, I tend to try to always just be in control of the situation. So I'll basically try to never put myself in a situation where I feel like I'm not in control of the engagement. Which is why I won't, like, just run out there and hope for the best sort of thing. I would rather try to make sure that my decision making is good so that I don't actually risk like dying, essentially. And you do die. It happens. But, you know, we try our best to not die in an extraction shooter, and everyone, I feel like a lot of people who play a lot end up kind of, you know, becoming desensitized to essentially the game, which just sort of takes away from the kind of stealthy enjoyment of the game, I guess. You'll see lots of players like to run around and jump and do all that sort of thing, and it's just not really my style, to be honest. Notice how when I loot here, I click F and then turn my screen so that I'm not actually facing downwards. This is not a good loot spot. Someone could get an angle on me. Not going to stay there long. I mean, this whole area... Oh, that's kind of cool. Little loop around section here. Just be careful when you are in these areas. Try not to kind of leave your head and shoulders near the edge here, because someone might be able to just pick you off. Oh, I thought that was lootable. Well, quickly check the map. Destroying records. What I might do here is make my way back down this way to the right. Oh, okay. Okay, what we're gonna do, we'll go round D into C to B. Go to building B lobby. Okay. I'm just gonna walk. That looks like a boss. Don't really want to engage that right now. Quick look, nothing really. Looks like a lot of guards. I'm just trying to keep my gun up here. If I sprint, it takes a little bit of time to actually come up. Okay, I'm moving here. Gotta be careful poking around the corners. Someone could be waiting. Okay. Well, we'll go down. Sounded like a player. It's above. Probably those two guys. I'm gonna check my map here. We're still in D. If you want to go out D.
Objetivo localizado. Exchanging fire with the target. There's someone nearby. Protect the boss.
Pick the boss. Don't really want to engage a boss right now. So what I'm gonna do is move fairly swiftly here. Check my map again. Oh, you can't actually go over. Interesting. Let's do a little reload here.
I think I found something.
Gun up. That was bad aiming by me. Okay, quick heal here. Make sure there's no one here. Okay, sabotage this. I think that's enough exploring here for now. I'm gonna use this cover to get out. Okay. So I learned a little bit more about the layout there. The buildings are kind of similar, so it can be a little tricky to decipher initially where we are, but the goal was to explore and figure out a little bit of the layout. So managed to do that without getting into Without getting into too much trouble there. I'll just eat this while we lay here. Chance of someone seeing us here is quite slim. Check my map. So what I want to do is make my way over to here. 3rd floor of the camp service. Okay. So I don't have the best long-range weapon right now. Mainly because I wanted to do some exploring in the hotel. Less than half. Heard footsteps to my north there. Player. Could be a scav. Not going to bother chasing because I want to get this quest done. Try and not run in a straight line. Also notice the trees actually ruffle when you are underneath them, even though the branches depict being a little bit higher. Kind of get slowed by them a bit. So the boss was in the hotel, which means he's probably not going to be down here. Okay, full mag. One of my magazines does not have full mag. I think I did hear some footsteps about 20 seconds ago in this direction. So we'll see, but we're going to try and get into the 3rd floor of this story. Just going to check in behind for angles, looking for any movement, kind of midway between the trees sort of and the ground, kind of like looking at the horizon. That's how you kind of scout for any movement. Yeah, and this is how I like to play, right? Everyone plays this game the way they want to. Some people like just running around. I like to be a little bit more tactical about what I do. If I get a jump on a team. Oh, dead player here. Do not know this building either. There's some AI at the back there. Oh, that's a tricky stairwell to navigate if there was some folks around. 3rd floor, keep going up. Yeah, it's just AI walking around. Careful entering these rooms. Always just looking for I'm gonna take cover here. Check. This side, it is. Sabotage. Alright. Cool. So, pretty good. What we're gonna do now is make our way up to the cable car station, which is in that direction. Got water, but I do not have a lot of food, so assuming this was properly looted. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, okay. Must have found something else that was pretty decent. Actually, what I did want to check since we're up here is that little drop through section. I haven't actually seen exactly where this goes. Okay. Little bathroom area. Okay, back out to the hall. Move away from the building here. Let's quickly double check my map. I need to go that way. Get to this corner. Double check. Oh, going in the right way. Yeah, and as you play, you're gonna learn these maps, and sort of something I try to remember is the undulation of terrain, so that I know when and where I have the opportunity to get a different sight line on a player, or stay close to some cover, rock outcrops, trees, gullies, that sort of thing. That'll just kind of allow you to always have the option to stay safe. So here I'm kind of running on the lower, just low side of that ridge, and then across to the rock here, just so that I have some cover if I need it. Haven't heard anything yet. That's been looted, so someone has been through here. My one concern at the moment is this has been a fairly long raid so far, so I actually don't know if I'm gonna have time to do this next quest. So what I'm gonna do is divert. I'm gonna divert towards the extract because I've only got 7 minutes. Some scavs. I'm just gonna go to the right here into the tree line so that I can kind of rushed me there. Hit that guy. Little patrol. Quick loot. See if they have any food. I don't know if that was actually me moving in the tree or someone else. I feel like it was someone else. Anyway, reload. Get across the bridge. So the risk here is running into some scav players. Obviously, a lot of the time when people scav, it's later on in the raid, and they will tend to stay as long as they can to try and gain value. I got 4.5 minutes, so this is going to be a pretty straight shot down to the extract. And most likely there is going to be some people playing the imposter scav to try and get out as well here. So I'm going to get up towards these rocks, keep an eye on my right hand side, maybe keep something in between me and behind me just in case. Every now and again have a little look, should be alright. Get some stamina back here. I'm not moving fast, so I can kind of rescope, position, stay on the, just on the grass. Look, it makes slightly less noise than the tarmac. Okay, 3.5 minutes. It's gonna be close. Okay, as I come over the ridge, slow down. Listening for any movement, footsteps, looking for movement. Something I do really like about this game is the lighting. The lighting is really nice to look at just in general while you're playing, but it also helps to just kind of show enemies, especially when there's that kind of volumetric lighting. Oh, is that someone? Maybe? Little scav. Trying to get out here. Get my weapon up. No, no one. No one. Cool. Yeah, it just kind of helps you spot people in the distance, like this kind of fog. You'll see the little silhouette of someone actually running through in this type of day. Okay, decent. Nothing crazy, but a good reference to kind of how I like to move around a map. And then with an objective, right? That objective was to kind of explore a little bit more of the hotel, figure out exactly how things are sort of working in there, as you can see on this little map. We obviously looted that cotton, which was a big find. And then all of these seem to be related to scavs. And then it said that I got a player. I wonder where it was. Was it here? No. Combat details. Really nice little overview. You can see the eliminations here too. Level 30 steel front. So I actually think when I originally came up into that the hallway and I shot this guy, I definitely killed him, it looks like. And then the other two players kind of pushed up to where I was and was in a position where I just kind of felt like I was not able to stay in control of that engagement if I started W keying around. So I backed off a little bit, created more opportunities for me to hear exactly where they were and what their movements were, and maybe get into some sort of exchange with them kind of on a second time. But yeah, that didn't happen this time. So next time, maybe provoke an engagement. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this gives a little bit of more insight into how I like to move around the map. As you become more comfortable with the layout of the land, you know, when you know the corridors and the buildings and the rooms, you tend to be a little bit more aggressive with your movements as you know the angles, and that can just kind of help you move around a little bit quicker, maybe getting loot, that sort of thing. For myself right now, yeah, I just am learning these maps, right? So in order to learn them, I have to be alive and actually take the time to get used to how they work and the layouts so that I can use them to my advantage at some point down the line. So yeah, just my take on how to actually, you know, get used to the maps and become more comfortable with them overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to unload this and try to go into another one here. Alrighty, thanks guys, bye bye.